or you can go into low or low. You have to flip this little lever up right here. Back down, let's say you're in 5th gear, you want to go to 4th gear. You'll be able to tell when you're pressing hard, because then I lightly want you to make note that keep in mind that I'm on a straight road right now. So yeah, right now it's not on the clutch or the brake, and I gear go into 1st gear. The moment that it goes into 3rd gear, it'll jump up to 20 and skip gears too. So let's say I'm at, you don't have to progressively down to 5th to 2nd or 2nd to, you don't have to progressively go down. If you want to use that, you'd rather use your engine brake, down, grade, you know, my coworker getting behind the wheel and just doing it, you know, having being told to me, and then CDL truck, or this truck here don't have, you know, like that, so, you know, it's electric. But as far as driving stick shift, stop this dashboard because I can continue to bless push-up to do. Not gonna act like and what I'm gonna do with my job, and a lot of perk out, and I'm gonna keep having to make. What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you all about driving a truck with a stick shift. This has 8 gears. I want to go over step by step what you got to do to get started. Alright, so this is considering the fact that you already have your permit and you're just trying to get the hang of shifting the gears, right? So when I first started driving, my the biggest part of driving that was confusing for me was downshifting and whether or not I needed to use the clutch. Okay, so I'm gonna go over that, guys, with you all, and then I am going to turn my video around so you all can actually see. Let's get to that right now. All right, guys, so this is what it looked like, right? We got your 1st gear, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and you got your reverse, and you got your low and your low, right? So low, that's low, this is low. Okay, so you can actually feel where it stops. It's all the way to the right, it's all the way to the left. Now if you put a little bit more effort into it, you'll feel it go all the way over to the left. Now what that is telling you is that you can either go into reverse or you can go into low or low. If you let it go, you got these ranges here, which is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, right? So that's how these gears work. Now, in order for you to go from 4th to 5th, you have to flip this little lever up right here, right? That's how you go from 4th to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Now, if you want to go back down, let's say you're in 5th gear, you want to go to 4th gear, you would have the lever up when you're in 5th gear. When you go down to 4th gear, before you go into 4th gear, flip this down. So that's that. Okay. This here is your parking brake. You cannot go anywhere without pushing in your parking brake. Okay. So before you do anything, make sure that your air gauges are completely filled, and make sure that your parking brake is pressed in only after you touch the clutch, right? So what I do, Let me put my seat up. I have my seat set back. Alright, what I do is I push my clutch in, kind of like put my feet over the brake. I don't push it to where it goes down. I just kind of like lightly touch it. Now, you'll be able to tell when you're pressing hard because watch, it goes down, right? But you can lightly touch it and it won't affect the air, right? So, put my clutch in, I lightly touch the brake, push in my parking brake, right? Now I want you to make note that you can take your foot off the brake and the clutch when you are in neutral, right? So, but keep in mind that I'm on a straight road right now, so my truck is not going to go back. Truck is not going to go back or forwards because I'm on a flat road right now. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this on a hill. Always remain in gear when you're on a hill or a slope going down. But like, yeah, right now, it's not on the clutch or the brake, and I am in neutral. So in order for me to put my gear, go into first gear, engage the clutch, and see, I'm all the way here. Now I can go here and go up. I'm in reverse. Or I can go up here. Now I'm in first. Right. Go back, straight back. Second. Over. Third. Straight back. Fourth. Flip up. Go over. Fifth. Straight back. Sixth. Go over. 7. Go straight back. 8. Right? Now let's say I want to go 8 to 7. 7th. 6th. 5th. Now if I want to go down to 4th, I'll come out into neutral, flip down, go over to 4th, then 3rd, then 2nd, and 1st. So now I'm back in the neutral. That's a good way to wrap your head around how to shift. I personally watch my RPMs whenever I'm shifting. So if I'm in first gear, I'll go all the way up. It'll go up to about 20,000 RPMs. Then I'll shift in a second. It'll drop down. Go up, shift. It'll drop down. Go up, shift again. So every time it gets up to about 20,000 RPMs, I shift up. Now, when it gets down to 15,000 RPMs, that's when I shift down. So let's say I am in 4th gear and I want to go to 3rd gear, right? So I'm in 4th gear and I got my foot on the gas and I'm at 20,000 RPMs, right? I'll take my foot off the gas and I'll let the RPMs come down. As soon as it get around 15,000 RPMs, I'll take it out of 4th gear and I'll put it in the 3rd gear. The moment that it goes in the 3rd gear, it'll jump up to 20,000 RPMs. And I'll just repeat the process. If I want to go down to a lower gear, like 2nd gear, I'll wait till it comes down. You know, either I take my foot off the gas or I lightly apply pressure to the brake. The moment it gets down here, I shift into a lower gear and it'll jump back up. So when you're going up and you want to shift to a higher gear, this is the range you want to start shifting at. Now, if you want to shift down into a lower gear, this is the range you want to start downshifting at. So I pay attention to this, and it'll get to the point where you won't need this. You can simply listen to the engine, and you'll be able to tell based off the engine and the speed when to downshift or upshift. So that's that. As far as the clutch, do I double clutch? No, I do not double clutch. I double clutch when I had to go and test at DMV, because they pay attention to that. They pay attention to the way you shift in. If you shift over a railroad crossing, they pay attention to turning, all that type of stuff. But if you pass that and you're driving by yourself or with someone else, you can choose to float the gears. Now, pretty much how that work is, you would hit the gas like that and let off, take it out of gear or put it in a gear, hit the gas, take off, hit it in the gear, take it out of gear, you know. So you would use this, I would use this, you know, kind of like one of them type of motions. And you can, if you're at the right amount of RPMs, you can take it out of gear and put it into another gear, right? So you can use this. You can skip gears too. So let's say I'm at 8th gear, right? And I get down to the point where I can shift into 5th gear, right? I can go straight from 8th to 5th gear. So do know that you don't have to progressively downshift in order to, you know, go into the correct gear. You can go from 8th to 5th, or 5th to 2nd, or 2nd to, you know, the only thing you can't do is just go from like 2nd to 4th. You know, you gotta progressively go up, but you don't have to progressively go down, right? So that's that, guys. I'm going to pull that back out, leave that there, and that help you all. I became really good at driving this truck. It's pretty long. I think the height that I have on here is probably about 14 and a half feet, 13 feet, something like that. And I actually enjoy driving this truck. It's a peaceful thing to do. You don't have to worry about being in the heat. As you all can probably hear, I got the AC loud right now because it's blowing pretty hard, and I ain't lost not one bit of sweat. So that's that, guys. Oh, and before I end this video, I want to show you one more thing. You can use this here is your engine brake. Your engine brake can be used for braking. Let's say your air pressure is too low, right? It's too low and you don't want to use that. You'd rather use your engine brake. You can use your engine brake going downhill. Let's say you got a steep down grade that you're going down. You can turn this on. So it has a low and it has a high. That's low, that's high. So, you know, you can use your engine brake. You got your 4-wheel drive button here. You know, these, I've used this one time. I use this a good amount of times. Regen every once in a while. The truck will let you know when you have to regen. this truck specifically. I'm not sure about every other truck, but that's that, guys. Hopefully you all learned something from this. It's not as hard as you think. It should be something that you can naturally wrap your head around pretty fast. It does take some getting used to. As far as turning, make sure you turn wide, all that good stuff. But it's not hard, guys. I recommend everybody that likes to drive and have dreams of getting a CDL eventually pursue that dream. You know, I always wanted to get my CDL, but I never wanted to go through the process. Luckily, the company that I'm with make it like you have to get your CDL in order to drive these trucks. So, you know, I didn't go through a school. I learned everything on my own with the help of, you know, my co-workers. But I learned everything pretty much like a self-taught type of thing, just getting behind the wheel and just doing it, you know, having little tips and pointers here and there, like the ones that I just gave you all, having them being told to me, and then doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And I've been driving this truck for about 4 or 5 months, and I feel like I've gained a lot of experience. I feel like I can jump behind any CDL truck or a truck that requires you to have a CDL and operate it with no problem. This truck here don't have, you know, like trailer air brakes and stuff like that. So, you know, it's electric. I don't have endorsements to drive those type of trucks, so I can't too much tell you about that. But as far as driving stick shift, you know, I laid down the fundamentals for you, and I hope that helped, guys. You all have a blessed day. I'm about to wipe the dust off this dashboard because I can't stand it. You know, I cleaned the truck out yesterday. Today I am going to wipe the dust down in this truck and continue to bless the world. You all take it easy. Thanks to all the people that subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. I look forward to getting my Remington 700 hopefully next week. I still got a good amount of push-ups to do. Not gonna act like I forgot about that. I haven't achieved that goal. I've been so busy. I've been stressed out with work and what I'm gonna do with my job, and a lot of personal stuff been going on, so I haven't had time to work out. And so, you know, I just want to get this stuff out, get it out of the layaway, because I don't want to keep having to make payments on it. And I'm gonna get it out of the layaway, but I will continue to exercise and make myself a better person overall. So I encourage you all to be the best you can be. And y'all take it easy. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. And stay blessed. Peace.